Hi, thank you for clicking to watch this video. This is my third time filming this voiceover just because the mic that I have is just bad. Gonna have to get a better mic. But anyways, I decided to hop on trend and create my own legacy challenge. It's gonna be 5. Clearly I was inspired by like Ocean Sims and Shifty. I've seen them do like 5 gen because I've never completed a 10 generation legacy challenge. And the only Sims creator I see like religiously do it is like Nexel and hold on, I don't know. I think they do more so series, but not Nexel, but Sims Boo definitely kills legacy challenges. But yeah, so I'm came up with a challenge. It's called the Simtagon challenge, which is obviously a play on Sims and not obviously, but Pentagon, which is like a 5-sided shape, and it's 5 gens. And Gen 1 is, oh my gosh, let me get my notes. Very unprepared, but Gen 1 is the thrift shop owner. So I don't really like the traditional 9 to 5 jobs in The Sims. They're very repetitive and burn out pretty quickly, just like in real life. And yeah, you can use the thrift bubble tea lot type that comes with high school years. You can use retail store, you can use custom lot feature with adventure awaits. You can even use a club with get together. You can pay Sims, hire employees, and you can. I know with in the friendly category, and then under affection, and then under gifts, you can give simoleons. So if you want to do it that way, because obviously it's not going to automatically come out if you don't have business and hobbies or retail. So yeah, and you could also like host events and things like that. Maybe I could use that to do fashion show. I kind of tried to do that with the custom lot feature. There aren't too many like custom features, which is no surprise. It's the Sims, very bare minimum, so it's kind of hard to do it that way. But here are the goals. You need to reach fame level 3, have twins, choose one to be the heir, have many affairs, but never leave your spouse. You don't have to do this one, but I kind of get bored with my Sims being with one person. Sometimes I'm sad when they break up, but for the most part, I really just like the female Sim. So, and monogamy can be quite boring. So, I mean, it's whatever, whatever's to your gameplay. And then your spouse is a stay-at-home parent. That's pretty much how I play in my son's games. I really don't care about their partners, giving them a storyline, and I definitely don't tend to their careers. So, I mean, if you do, of course, feel free to do that. I've done it with like Dawn and Grace and everything, but it's like Don Lothario. He's pretty iconic, a pretty iconic townie, so who doesn't want to like play? He's a very interesting sim to play with. So, but and then the aspiration is successful lineage aspiration. And I don't really play with aspirations, but just to, you know, do a normal challenge, usually they have an aspiration. So, Gen 2 is the model. So, of course, they dropped the ball, did a fashion pack, didn't add the model career, but added the photography career. Oh my gosh. And they didn't even do it with Get Famous either. But maybe the photographer could be the Sims like partner to make it easier so you don't have to do like rotational gameplay. Because I did suggest have a Sim join the freelance photography career, which is I really like the freelance careers. I play with them quite a bit, and just use the model sim as like all the gigs and things like that. Or you could use mods. I know Maya Game has paywalled mods that do that. Um, and then goals are reach level 5 fame, marry a musician. I feel like in Hollywood, like musicians and models marry quite a bit. And then get the juice quirk. You can cheat this, but obviously if you're struggle with addiction issues in real life, like especially alcoholism. Obviously, you don't have to do that if it's triggering for you. Um, but I do like the juice quirk. I think it's like I don't think it's like like making fun, but I mean a lot of celebrities suffer from like addiction and substance abuse. So yeah. Only have one kid. I feel like wealthy people tend to just not really have that many kids. I mean, I guess they're like working a lot, so they don't really have time to have that many kids, but low income people sure do. I mean, I'm not being judgmental, but I do feel like people who come from humble beginnings have quite a bit of children. But anyways, and then have the world celebrity aspiration. I didn't really like write like storylines for each gen. I know quite a bit of people do that when they do challenges, but I feel like for me, maybe you just write the storyline after I complete Gen 1. So yeah, Gen 3 is going to be the podcaster. So you can edit videos like of you interviewing celebrity sims and things like that. I might do like the journalism career or whatever to add a little bit more gameplay. I don't know yet, but I believe it's the journalism career. I think it comes from the university. But you can also use a mod because I know you can't edit videos off of the lot, but there is a mod that allows you to do that. So, reach fame level 3 is a goal. Adopt a child, because to be honest, pregnancy is quite lame in The Sims, and I have used the adopt a child feature, and I like it. You can sell merch. I'll probably explain that better when I actually get into the gameplay. With Gen 3, write the book of life. I've never done that, and you can use it to bring back a sim, but I probably won't do that, but I just would like to explore that gameplay feature. And then you can complete the best-selling author or fabulously wealthy aspiration or both of them. Gen 4 is going to be the family vlogger. I just find it fascinating. I don't really watch family vlogging. I'm not really a family oriented person, to be honest. But I mean, I don't have kids either. So, but I don't know. It's just like every time a family vlogger couple breaks up, it comes across my FYP and it's like the same storyline. Like they blew up on social media and they exploited their children and then like they're not showing their faces anymore, which I do feel like more parents than not are doing that to protect their kids, especially with the dangers of AI and predators and things like that. But I do feel like some people are like went back on their decision to show their kids because they just don't want the backlash of showing their kids. But anyway, because I mean, it is kind of strange, like full grown adults, like that you don't know watching your kids or being obsessed with your kids or coming up to them in public. But yeah, but I thought it would be interesting to play it out in the Sims. So you can like film your Sims daily routines, and I do like with Get Famous that feature because it kind of does automatically categorize your Sims videos when they like film you parenting or cooking, like it'll automatically kind of label it that way. So I like that. And then only upload once a week. I mean, you get royalties every day when you upload videos, so just not to get burnt out because that feature can become quite competitive and take up a lot of gameplay. So yeah, um, be a young mom as soon as your sim ages up to a young adult. Exploit your 6 children and only have a good relationship with one. Quite a few family vloggers have had some controversial takes on how they feel about their kids and, got into quite a bit of trouble for announcing on the internet who was their favorite child. But yeah, just a little interesting gameplay and then divorce the father of your children in the adult life stage cuz like I swear none of them make it past the fame A lot of them same storyline. They get divorced and then get a million followers on social media and the friend of the world aspiration. Now, Gen 5, I didn't write the backstory, but I was thinking like, you know, you were exploited as a child and you had a bad relationship with food. And so, you know, obviously put on some weight. Like, I'm not fat phobic. You don't have to do this. But I've always wanted to do like a bigger sim and have them like lose weight. Cause I think I watched a video on like metabolism, which is so crazy. You could tell I don't have kids or I'm not married. And I just really just be doing random stuff. But like I did, I watched a video on the metabolism of Sims and things like that. So I don't know. It just made me want to do the challenge or in gameplay, like have a bigger sim and have them like lose weight. But again, like you don't have to do that. Like I don't have a problem with plus size people. I honestly don't feel like everybody who loses weight looks good, especially like with Ozempic. Like I don't know, people are looking, and I'm not jealous or anything like that, but I don't know, people on Ozempic, I don't know, maybe it's Ozempic, but it makes them look older. Their skin is a little bit saggy, like they, I don't know, it doesn't really snap back as well. But anyways, so you want to film in the kitchen or they're set with the drone. You can use adventure weights to host cooking competition. You can run a restaurant if you want, or I like to use the Home Chef Hustle market stall to in place of running a restaurant because run a restaurant is so lame with the dine out pack. It's not really interactive. I feel like the market stall home chef hustle, that's one is why it's one of the best packs that you can buy in the Sims. It's a lot more interactive, lot more realistic to running a restaurant. Definitely try to produce all your ingredients, and if you really want to get into gameplay, you can outsource it and buy fresh, high quality ingredients from a sim. I know there's like a mod for that too as well, but sell edible products, cater parties. Like I said, I'll definitely when I hopefully am able to play this out in The Sims and get to that generation, I'll explain on that a little bit more how to do that. Let's see. Oh yeah, and the appliance whiz for sorry if I'm knocking around the mic and it's just bad audio quality. But yeah, appliance whiz for aspiration. And then the rules for the challenge are the simple living lot trait has to be turned on. I did turn on like the mold and things like that on the residential lot. Like I like a little realistic gameplay. And in your Sims, I heard it takes like a really long time for your Sims to die of mold, so your Sims shouldn't end up passing away from it. So but yeah, just try to turn on like realistic lot features. I'm not saying turn on eco lifestyle now. But anyway, starter home no more than 130K simoleons. I feel like that's pretty realistic, especially in today's like real estate. Nobody, I don't know anybody who's buying a home for 20K unless it was like an auction or something like that on a foreclosed house. But you're like trying to fix it up. But yeah, randomize traits and don't randomize more than 5 times if you don't like the trait. But I didn't really feel like assigning traits to each gen because I feel like everybody kind of picks the same traits, and I have had better gameplay with randomizing the traits and playing with traits I've never played with before. And then randomized preferences. I think preferences really do help with gameplay, so I would do that as well. And then you're only allowed to change like 5 that you don't like in preferences because sometimes the preferences don't even make sense. Like you'll have a sim with the family oriented trait, and then it will literally have preferences doesn't like family motivated sim. So anyways, I cannot with the game developers. But pass down family portraits as heirlooms. Parents must move in after your sims start having children. Like I kind of like did this in the middle of the night, so I did not check for grammatical errors. So, but you know what I kind of mean. And then You can use like a residential lot for Gen 4 because obviously they're going to have like 6 kids, or you can just have the parents live next door and then take a vacation to a different world every season. I feel like that helps you explore more worlds and things like that. And if you get bored of just living in a world, I would suggest that. And then create at least one holiday or tradition for every generation and have a trust fund for each heir to use when they move out. Because I tried to play with the whale feature if you've watched Black Widow, and I don't really care for it. I don't think it's that good. I know quite a few people like that feature, but I don't know. It's not up to my standards. But yeah, I like the vault feature that comes with Get Famous. You can create a bank, like vaults do work off lot. I like that, or you could just have the vault in your home. But yeah, that's the challenge I'm gonna be playing while I wait patiently for Ocean Sims to like start playing with 5 families because I am very interested in playing alongside them and everything and see how they play it out, and I'll upload videos as well. But yeah, hopefully this sounded interested to you or helped you come up with some gameplay ideas, and I hope you enjoyed this video if you made it to this point. Next video I'll be uploading will be some gameplay on this challenge. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next video.